disrupt the shooting, especially in the first half?
Man, I thought early really was shot selection. I mean, our ball movement wasn't great, and our shot selection wasn't great. I mean, they're a good defensive team. I mean, that's their strength. I mean, you can look at the offensive numbers and see that their strength is obviously Weston inside. I thought Woods was terrific tonight. He made big shots. He hasn't done that. You know, he's more of a mid-range guy than a 3 guy, but you know, I think getting off that 9-2 start, it got the tempo the way they wanted. We hit them to get back up 17-13, but I think just pace, shot selection, and ball movement, you know, and player movement, we got back to being very stagnant, you know, offensively, and weren't attacking downhill, weren't getting ball reversed. The ball wasn't going side to side like it needed to be. We, you know, really kept preaching, man, we got to get 2-3 ball reversals and get Weston having to guard multiple screens, but. And then we missed some open shots, missed some free throws, but that's part of the game. You know, they did a good job of really trying to keep everything in front, but I don't know if our spacing on our drive and kick game was like it needed to be.
What do you say about the way Cam was able to come off the bench in the second half, really battle with Weston?
Yeah, he did a good job. You know, we needed some more size and physicality on him. You know, he hurt us, I think, I don't know how many points he had, 10 or 12. I was trying to keep my mind just to see, hey, do we need to change? Do we need to fire him? Do we need to go zone? The thing about firing him, where he was scoring, you can't, when I say fire, I mean double, you can't even get there because he was so deep. You know, you got to do your position early. But what really, the key to the game at the end of the day, when you break it down, I thought the last 5 minutes when we finally started getting going a little bit, man, we couldn't get the second chance and third chance rebound. It was kind of, we went back to, you know, that stretch where we struggled to rebound, and that really killed us, because I think we took the lead by 1. Did we take the lead by 1, and then Weston gets an easy layup, but the second chance points the last 4 minutes just really derailed us, and when you're just in a slugfest down there, man, our pace of play, you know, it becomes slow. I'm really proud of this group. I mean, you look at it, and you know, when in a couple of weeks you go away and you say, hey, all right, we won 23 games, 23-12. We won the Big 12 tournament. We, you know, won 2 out of 3 in Maui. We had several different lineups from a standpoint of, we started the season, we played with 8 scholarship players for basically the first month and a half of the season, almost to Christmas. You know, and so we had to blend in a new team, really right in the heart of the season, going into conference play. And those guys did a great job of that. And we really, when you look at this season, we hit in a season that goes from November until basically the end of March, we had 3 weeks we weren't very good. And we were just okay today. And credit Ohio State, give them a lot of. Chris is a tremendous coach, and obviously they got a great program. But we did a lot of really good things. When you look at the wins that we had, to win a Big 12 tournament championship is not easy to do. To have another 21-plus season. I think they got this program after a down year last year back where it needs to be. And, you know, we only had, you know, when you went into the game, you know, Mario was the only guy that had like intense NCAA tournament experience. Nick's been a part of it. You know, he played a little bit as a sophomore, and then he was there at Arkansas his freshman year. But you know, we got a lot of youth on this team, and so hopefully they can learn from that.
What did you think of Nick's last look there?
It was as good as you could be, and you know that's kind of Nick's shot. You know, he's not a guy that shoots threes like on the line. He's usually a foot or two behind. It looked really good. It looked good. I mean, I thought down the stretch we got some good opportunities, except the one Mario got bumbled up on a play that we've had a lot of success with throughout the season. He just kind of got bottled up. You know, we just had 2 turnovers, kind of some lackadaisical turnovers last 4 minutes. That hurt us. But I thought we had some opportunities, though, to where, you know, we just missed them.
Steve, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Would you address the Alabama stuff that's been out there since
Yeah, there's
last
nothing
night?
to say, man. I want to be the best coach at Iowa State. That's it. I mean, my AD, Jamie's right there. He knows that. I love this job. I'm blessed to be the head coach here, first and foremost. I love Ames. There is no story. I'm trying to be the best coach at Iowa State and start to, you know, see if I can be here for a long, long time. That's it. There's nothing more to it.
What are you going to remember most about these 3 seniors and what they've been through over their time?
Well, they're all 3 so different. Everyone's story is so different. And if you start with Zoran Talley, he's the guy that, you know, obviously dismissed from Old Dominion and came here. You know, you can say second chance. you know, played a little bit as a junior, did some good things as a junior second half of the year. This year, you know, had some injuries, suspensions, you know, the concussion, you know, kind of, he could have played tonight, but the concussion, you know, kind of derailed him for the Big 12 tournament. But, you know, he had never played an NCAA tournament before, so he got a chance to be a part of an NCAA tournament and a championship Big 12 team last weekend. And one of the things he said when he got to campus was he wanted to leave here with a ring. And he's going to do that, and he's going to have his master's when he leaves here too. I just hope, you know, we've impacted him to where he's successful when he leaves. Mariel Shayok, a guy that left probably one of the top programs in the country and playing for one of the elite coaches in the country, and Tony Bennett, who, you know, I'm a big fan of, just the way he does things and the way he runs his program, but came here to try to improve himself from an offensive standpoint. And you know, have a little bit more freedom and pace of play, and his numbers skyrocketed. You know, all first team Big 12, almost 50 from the field, 40 from three, 90 from the free throw line. That's hard to do, and almost 20 points a game. But he got us back where we needed to be, and his work ethic, character's off the charts. He's got his degree, and he's got a chance, I think, to be a draft pick this summer, and that's huge for him. And then Nick Weiler-Babb, he's been with me all 4 years. He's got legacy here, obviously playing with Chris, playing here for Fred. He's been a consummate rock. You know, I said when I first got here, I thought his talent level was off the charts. He came in there, you know, when I first got here, it was kind of, we thought maybe he was a wing. When Monte left, we moved him to the point, and you know, last year his numbers were off the charts, assist to turnover. He had another tremendous year. He's been a part of 3 NCAA tournament teams, 2 Big 12 tournament championships teams. And like I told Nick in the locker room, you know, he could play basketball for a long time, but he can also go, you know, own the restaurant with his dad and be in the business world and be awesome. His basketball IQ is off the charts, but I think he's got a bright future in whatever avenue he chooses. But I think his talent level in basketball is really high.
Jacobson used the word motivated for next year.
Yep.
Tonight. When do you want this team to turn the page for next year?
Yeah, well, the rules are, you know, we'll get back, I'm sure, sometime tomorrow, and, you know, we'll meet on Monday as a team, and then you've got to take a mandatory, I think, in 7 days, so we'll give them the week off, kind of catch up with school, you know, and then, you know, maybe 2 weeks off. And then I'll get back, and, you know, we'll get with the weight program, you know, for the rest of the time, for the rest of the school year. And they can think about it for a little bit, but once we get back at it, it's about what can we do next year, and what are the areas we got to get better in, from coaching to recruiting to style of play, defense, just everything. We just got to go through your checklist. But if you look at our team, we had 2 seniors out of a 13-man roster that really impacted winning this year. And nothing from Zorain. I'm just talking about points per game, rebounds per game. You know, if the nucleus is back, I think the future is very bright here.
Does this team ever find consistency?
Yeah, I think we did. I mean, you don't start the season 18-5, 19-6, and not be consistent. You know, you guys, we got to stop evaluating 3 weeks. That's what we're doing. You're evaluating 3 weeks from November to April. If you're only bad at your job for 3 weeks on a 7-month period, 6-month period, that's pretty good. When you look at the number, that's about 90% probably. And then, but what speaks volumes of their character is when everybody counted them out, they go beat Baylor, the 4 seed, K-State, the league champ, and Kansas, you know, who is the premier program in our league, 2 of the 3 by double figures, you know, in Kansas City. And so no one saw that coming, you know. And so inconsistent, I don't know. Like, we started 19-6, that's pretty good to me. You know, if I could start every year 19-6, you know, I could stay here for a long time.
You were talking about, you mentioned if the nucleus is back, what goes into the discussion with?
Well, obviously, I mean, I'll sit down with those guys and we'll see, but that's a process. That's not going to be decided for a while. But I mean, I say that and understand these guys need to look at opportunities and then do what's best for them, and I'll give them my insight. And like I said, if the core nucleus is back, I think this group can be really special.